when it works. I shouldn't say that just yet, right? Because I don't even know if you guys can hear me. But if you can hear me, hey now. I love it. At least I'm looking at myself. I see your comments coming up already. Ryan Braun, Jason, Michael, X to the MZ, Jason, all of you, get a big hey now. Sweet! I love it when you can hear me. Okay, let me just check all the places here. Okay, look, I see that it's streaming on Facebook. I love that it's working there. I love it when you can hear me. Look, there I am. It's a little bit behind, but no need. Okay, now it's kicking in to YouTube. Okay, look, they're a little bit behind, but you can just pretend that it's like exactly perfect live. Let me just go like that, and I'll get my face out from the comments. Okay, here we go. Listen, it wasn't easy getting all this tri-streaming crap set up. I can see we got, well, look, we already got people on YouTube and Facebook. It's when someone gets on the Twitch that we hit the full trifecta. I love when that happens. Okay, you saw the pictures and stuff. Here's the plan. We're gonna touch up some faded discs, which, look, it happens to everything, right? Including our disc dies. And I have the very first 2 discs I've ever dyed. One of them's already on the turntable here, and I'm not gonna gussy with it because it's centered. But look, I got fancy picture things going on. Boom, there it is. Oh, there's my man Justice Keener and Matt Champ and Austin. Hey now. Okay, look, see that one? That's the first disc I ever dyed, like with real dye. Like I'd done a whole buttload with Sharpie at that point, but first, it's I always get it mixed up with the camera because it's backwards. First one I ever dyed was obviously a spin dye that I just put some glue on. I got, look, here's what it looks like now. Is that crazy? Look how much it faded into the plastic. Okay, so that one I got right here on the turntable. Zoop, see that? Man, I love the transitions. They're so cool. Golly, I could do that all day. Okay, so that one I got right here on the turntable. Here's what I did to it already, okay? I gave it a glue mask. I don't know how well you can see. I'm gonna try to make this really big and see if you can see the glue mask on it. Can I do it? Can I do it? Will it let me do it? Oh no, you know why? It's because that little lock button, and then bang, there you go. It covers up my face, but like you can see what I did to it already, okay? So that one on the turntable, she's already got a glue mask on her, and we're gonna spin it and bring it back to life. But that one, I see you asking, Mike, how old is it? I checked the date on it. It is 3 years, 1 month, 1 week. Exactly. Oh, and my man Alan Eckery's up in here. Hey now. Alan, you're gonna be the first one that makes me break out the hey now button. I gotta go to this. Give me a hey now. Hey now. There you go. I love the buttons. Okay, so that's the first disc I ever dyed. That's what it looks like now, and that's it with the glue mask. We're gonna touch that bad boy up. Okay, and then here, check it. This is the first disc that I ever dyed like in a bed, right? And that was a shaving cream dye, and then I gave it a spin around it. That one actually is like one of the first YouTube videos. I feel like the music's too loud and I'm having to scream over it. In one of our early YouTube videos. It's hilarious looking at it how bad it is. But check it. I got that one. Oh, the camera's not on above. I got that one right here already masked off. The part that's spun, I masked it off. But look, I got a picture of that one too. Can I click it? Can I click it? Bang. That's what that one looks like. Gourd, hey now. And yo, if Kronk's up in here, Kronk, you get a hearty hey now. That's my man. Okay, so that's what that one looks like. I took that picture earlier today. Like all faded. And here's the crazy thing, like on this. I'm gonna switch the camera to the overhead. Turntable main. Yes! Okay, look. Look at the back. Like, you can see that the dye has fully migrated all the way through the plastic to the other side. Is that crazy? Pretend you didn't see my phone number there, okay? So this one we're going to put into a bed. Oh, there's my man Scotty too. Fortnite is good. It, like, I'm going to just say Fortnite. Hey now. Scotty, you get the button. I got to bring it up again. Hey now. There it is. Okay, so this one we're going to put in the lotion bed in a little bit. Dustin, hey now. But we're going to start with this spin dye, and I'm going to try to bang it out. Because, like, I already got it centered, and I don't... I don't want to mess with that again while, like, it's boring to watch. So, I'm going to take a little hit of my strawberry lemonade, and then I'm going to get out some colors. Here, look, I'll put the picture up again of what that one looked like. Bang, look, it works on this screen too. I love it! I'm going to, like, break away from some of the colors that were in that one, and I'm going to do a little bit of red, orange, yellow type fading at parts of it, and then some blue. Dennis, Thor, hey now. High Tech Bobby. That was just for you, Thor. That was just for you, Thor. And a little bit for me. I love doing the High Tech Bobby thing for some reason. It cracks me up. That's why. Okay. So let's start. Do I have all I need? Blue, yellow, red, orange. Okay, if I need more, I'll grab it when the time comes. But for those of you that are just getting in here and you didn't see it, look, I glue masked this disc already. Look, I got to do the unlock thing again. I glue masked this disc already. It's already dry, but you can see I did this little thing out here, and I did this spiral thing here, and then I did like a spiral into a burst there in the center. So, like, we're going to do phase 1 of that puppy. And then after the stream, I'll go rinse it off and then touch it up some more. And then I'll put some pictures of that up later this weekend for you. But if everything went to plan, then she's still... Holla! She's still centered. I think it's time for some James Brown. Too funky in here. Adam, hey now. Okay, I'm going red first. And I'm going to do, like, on both sides of that one thing there, a red fade going in either way. And then after I peel it, I'm going to do some crazy crap right in the middle. Alright, kids. Friday Night Dyeing. Here we go. So, I'm not going to lie. I need this. Like, I haven't I haven't saddled up to my turntable all week. This is the first disc that I've touched, outside of, like, packing them up and shipping them. And it's been, like, Paul, hey now. It's been a stressful week. I have been getting... High Tech Bobby has been getting his ass kicked by... Like, I'm just gonna say it, okay? Some hackers. And I know they didn't pick me. I'm not, like, a chosen victim. But... Damn! There have been some times this week that I just couldn't squeeze my fists tight enough. And I'm stoked now to be, like, in my happy place again. Going after some discs. Sorry, when I'm concentrating and talking at the same time, I realize this. I start to talk like Captain Kirk and have, like, weird pauses all through it. John, hey now. Yeah, so some asshat hacked my website. Not like the website. They just hacked, like, the signal that it sends out to search engines. And people that were trying to get a hold of me via a search engine or my website, unfortunately, were sent to a pharmacy for Viagra, which is terrible. Unless they needed Viagra, which I don't know why they'd be coming to TDIDI if they did. But Listen, it's been a personal hell. William, hey now. Trying to get it fixed. That I probably should have died a disc or two in the midst of it all, just to square up my headspace. Because I'm already feeling better. So anyway, like I needed this one. A lot. Okay. I'm gonna back some of that out with these funky Q-tips. Orion's Edge, hey now. John, I'm stoked to see how you funk them up, bro. You know I'm waiting on pictures for those. That's like my favorite thing about those dye kits. Getting pictures back from the people that, you know, make something awesome with them. You can see the glue mask in there. That's dope. It also shows me that I need to go a little bit further with the red. That one right there is the only one. Nope, that one's not contained either. A little further. So yeah, I've learned that like going a whole week without saddling up to the turntable, it's a bad idea. Like for my mental health, if nothing else. I can't go till Friday. Okay, starting to dig it. It's almost there. Ooh, almost dipped the sullied end in. Scott, Discabalus, Pete, Adam, hey now. Oh, you got one right into the mic. Yeah! Oh, and a James Brown, yeah! How much do I love those buttons. I hope you love them just as much as I do. Too funky in here, yeah. I got a bunch of really good James Brown sound effects. Okay, that's enough on that. I could spend forever on a single fade. That's my problem. Let's move to this side. I want this one to start just inside. Right there. Man, this thing's gonna look so different than it did before. So this disc, if I didn't mention it, is a Star Rhino, which if you know about the Rhino, it's got like that groove in it. Not like as big as the Castoplast Berg, but this has like that funky groove in the lip. The other thing is there's like really high raised lettering on the groove, which, yeah, you can see it right here, that I know is gonna get funky with my fade. Mr. Jim Bob, hey now. Not my cleanest effort ever. But I think I can clean it up. That groove, that bump is something. Trying to like go smoothly over it. Yeah, that's much better. Some of this is because the plastic is all chunked. Like there's a big chunk missing out of that. That's probably for me banging the cage instead of the chains. That's like my go-to move. Aaron, hey now. Is my hat getting in the way? John, this is worm dip red that I'm putting on right now. I'm gonna turn the music up just a notch. Yeah, because I'm digging this beat. Alright, let's clean this up a little bit. If you can't tell, like when I'm dipping the Q-tip in a little cap there, it's just acetone. I do it all the time when I'm fading to try to like clean up the brush lines and sort of back some of the dye back out. You can see on the Q-tip the... There we go. It's not easy. You can see the... If I hold it still for you, you can see the red that it's picking up. It's way easier to tell when it's not moving at like 50 times speed. Okay, again, Bob, I'm not going for perfect fades right now. So, as much as I want to just like obsess over that fade for another 10 minutes, for the sake of this train staying on the tracks, we're gonna move on. What happened to my other blue brush? Looks like I need to get a new one. There we go. Luke, hey now. It's good to see you too, brother. William, hey now. Look, if I missed a hey now, then I'm gonna break out the hey now button again. Hey now. There's that for you. How about this one?
D in the B. D in the B.
I'm such a child. Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
My man Tommy, that's him in both of those. He is just an endless fountain of sound effects. I swear to God. Oh, I miss my old blue brush already. Michael, when I'm, the Q-tip, I always use it when I'm backing dye out, like when I'm dipping it in acetone. Like I was saying earlier. If I miss your questions, guys, I'm sorry. I just get the ones that I catch when I look up. But when I'm dipping, always I'm using it in the acetone. But sometimes I use the Q-tip like in the dye, because it holds so much more dye than the brush tip. And especially when I'm doing things like fades, it spreads it out so much smoother. And because it's holding a bunch of dye, like I can do some real damage with it in one stroke. Okay, so like in the middle there, and inside those two lines that I just drew, check it, that's like this spiral part there. You can see it on that glue dye thing. So like I want that spiral part that I glued to be outlined with blue. And then I think I'm gonna go yellow over it, and then it's gonna leave what you see right now in there, like the faded old stuff, underneath the yellow. Oh, it's gonna look dope. I can already see it in my head. Stay there, blue brush. Alright, give me the yellow. This one, this one, this one right here. So we're only gonna see like a tiny little bit of that yellow. I know it looks aggressive right now, but it's only gonna be like little spiral streaks where the glue's letting it through. Most of the section here that I'm doing the yellow over is covered. A large majority of it. I'm gonna just put this back in its home there. You know what I didn't grab? Was black. I need the black. Started to get the old man shakes on that one. Give me a pencil thin black brush. How about this one? That's gonna do it. Went a little cross-eyed for a second there, looking at that. Looking at that one. I might have to get in a little closer. Yeah, that's what I wanted. So if you're like looking at my weird like grip going in on the disc here, I used to have like mad shaky hands, like to the point where people made fun of me for it on the regular. I even had someone get me a t-shirt that said caffeinated and all sorts of shaky looking letters at one point. This is the move that I started with to balance my shake, is to use opposing pressure with both hands. So my brush hand's actually pushing up. My offhand is slowly pushing against the up pressure down to give me control. And it takes what once was some really shaky hands and makes them pretty steady. It just needs to be thicker. It's not as thick as the other one. Can you tell I'm like OCD about this stuff? Okay, now we're in the place to be. Alright. John, the tunes. I just picked a copyright-free mix of liquid drum and bass. Mr. Brunt's Yogurt is the name of the channel. I doubt I got that right. Yeah, Thor, this is, oh, Mike Wood. Hey now. Hey now. Thor, this is Worm Dip Black that I'm using here right now. Like, when I can use Worm Dip while I'm spinning, I do, because it's just easy and so clean. I think I want to do something in this chunk here, but I'm going to come back to it. I'm going to do the center part first. Okay, this center part, like I did, like a spiral going out and then a burst out from the center, which I think with 2 layers, I can make look like, see that you can see it right there in the center, that spiral, and then bang, bang, bursts out. I think with 2 layers of bringing in like red and then orange over it and then yellow coming out, that we can make it look like a sun exploding, which is what I'm going for. But this is another section just like the yellow one, where most of the area is covered by glue. Very little red is going to be going through to the disc, and then making like thin little spiral lines in those areas where it hits, circling outward. And then we'll try to change the fade right at the brink there into some orange. You want to be like super careful when you have glue masks that your brush isn't soaked with dye, because it can like wet the glue up enough, just enough to kind of like pick some up in the brush, and then it leaves like streaky chunks. It's bad stuff. You don't want it. Okay, we'll use this brush for orange. Forrest, hey now. John, hey now. Michael, hey now. Shot of Everclean, I'll get rid of the shakes. Yeah, I'm a super lightweight. Now we'll blend some orange through this red and out. Needed to go a little further into the rays. Okay. Now some yellow. That's this guy. The yellow brush. Okay. Q-tip. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to like envision it when I peel the glue off, you know? A stage ahead. But I think that's kind of do it. It's going to look so different when you see it next. I think that's going to do what I want it to. All right, let me just figure out a little. I'm going to touch up that red fade. Oh, that's way too much dye. Soak it up. Soak it up. I'm digging this mix. I'm gonna remember this one for next time. Hopefully Facebook is digging it too and they don't like mute out my sound. A little more acetone in there. Oh, good thing we're low. Alright, let me come up with a decision here for these center parts. Oh, I can feel myself falling into a groove. Friggin' crapstick! Did that come off my blue brush? Oh man, I'm gonna have to fix that. Man, it's driving me crazy seeing that dot circle around. Alright, let's see what I can do about it. Man alive, I got it good. It'd be awesome if it landed on a glue spot, right? Couldn't do that. I know that's compromising my glue mask there. This part I'm not worried about. That's on top of glue. I kind of blended it in. Okay, I think that's all it's gonna get until I wash all the glue off, which that part's really boring to watch. So I'm gonna wash the glue off solo and then touch it up a little more. And then, like I said, post some pictures. But we got one more to do that's not gonna be a spin dye. We're gonna get into a bed on the next one. Just put these suckers away. Blue. Yellow, red, bang. Okay, I'm stoked to wash the glue. I know it's gonna work in those areas. I'm gonna try to fade like some orange coming out underneath into that area that's glue masked. Okay, check it. Here's the next disc. And look, I got pictures for this one too. Bang. Chad, hey now. Pete, hey now. Okay, look, that's it, right there. That's my first ever dye that I did, and like in a background dye. I mentioned that earlier for those of you that weren't in here. Hey now. There's a hey now button for those of you that I missed too. Okay, that first ever dye faded like crazy over 3 years, 1 month, and 1 week, and then looked like that. Which, like, it's crazy. Look, you can see like the dye is migrated all the way through the plastic to the backside. Is that nuts? So I masked off the spin dyed parts. Golly. And we're gonna do a little bit of hand squirt. And we're gonna do a lotion bed in there. I've been debating if I want to do like a pinwheel or a blossom. Something circular to go in the circle. I got my lotion right here already. I made this like maybe an hour or so before the stream. I like to make these early and then do this to them every once in a while to get all the bubbles out. Works really good. Alright, put that cap on. Let's get some colors out here. How about aquatic, green, iris, Caribbean blue, and mini black. Oh, you know what? I forgot to take those pictures down. Look, bang, bang, they're gone. Okay. I'm gonna get this like kinda centered. It's got a little wobble in it, so it's never gonna be like perfect, but centered the better. Alright, how do I want to mix these colors up? Starting with the iris. These are all Pro-Chem colors in this batch mixed into the lotion here. It's 2 of these McScoopertons, which means a half teaspoon. Little splash of acetone just to wet it, and then the lotion in there. It's 4 ounces of lotion in these bottles. And then you shake the crap out of them. Man, that was one hell of a messy start that I'm trying my hardest to recover from. I need a spit cup. I'll use this. Yeah, that's what I needed to do first. Alright, we're gonna have to do some more recovery here. Okay, should have started on the outside. That was dumb. Here's the good news about this stuff. You can go right over it with the next layer when you do something dumb like that. Quad of green. Caribbean blue. Look, it almost looks like I knew what I was doing now. Alright, I feel like we've recovered. Paper towels. I loaded up on them. A couple air bubbles in there. There goes one. There goes the other. Still pretty centered. Alright, now I'm going to start with some green. We're already getting to the limits of what? No, we still got a little ways to go. What's actually, there on the disc. Next is iris. Stubborn little white gap there. little chunky at the end there. I think I'm going to break the pattern and do Caribbean again. Oh, I forgot it was being chunky. Dumbass. You see the bubbles popping in the camera? Hopefully, I got a fancy new camera up there. Oh man, that was clean. Alright, do I want to eke a little bit of black in there? I think this is dark enough. I don't need the black. I think the black is a bad idea. Alright, here we go. It's time to start to stir this puppy up a little bit. I'm going to get another paper towel ready. And I'm going to do some ins and outs. Here's the thing. I want to do a bunch of ins and outs. Okay? So, I found if you want to do a bunch, just going like in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out like that, it's easy to mess it up. At least it is for me. So, what I try to do start with some outs instead of ins is do an X first. And to do my best to, divide that into equal sections. It doesn't always work. And now, like, it's easier to start spacing from there. Now I'll do, like, the same thing and try to split those two as evenly as I can. It's already starting to look cool. Okay, that one was my least even right there. Those two are not even. Okay. I got room to do another round of outs. Oh yeah, this one's gonna be tight. Look, we're starting to use up some of the green. You can see some of the white coming up there. That's not a big deal. We can just give that a little with some green in a second to fill in that gap if we want. Okay, I think that's enough for the outs. We're going to start on the ins. Here's the thing about the ins, okay? Like, the outs, like pulling from the center, doesn't mess things up in here. But when you're doing the ins, if you take all the ins all the way into the center, it starts to get too much in the middle there. It's like too much crap converging at once, and it just gets really messy. So like what I'll do is I'll only do the ins to a certain spot, and like I'll pick that out in advance. Like maybe I'll only do the ins to where this row of blue is, and then whoosh, instead of going all the way to the center. Okay? Because I don't want to muddy it up. In the oh crap! Oh man, did you see that? Oh, that could have been terrible. Oh, was that the best save you've ever seen? I bumped the thing to make it start. I forgot to turn the stop from spinning thing on. Oh man, that could have wrecked my whole damn design. Woo! Alright, let's start with the ends again. You guys remember what I said? Not all the way to the middle, right? Oh gosh. Okay, just to there. You have to be like super delicate with these ones. Like what I start to do as I get closer to the middle is like slowly lift my McPokerton up a little bit and kind of like try to time it with coming out right at the tip where I want it. Thanks, Discobolus. That was close. that was close. Okay. I've done this type of design so many times. It always just looks so neat with the ribbons all folding over each other like that. Last one. All right, boom. Yo, and my hands are like pretty free of lotion, which is amazing. All right, let's give the center just a little bit of a... Yo, do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna cover up that hole with green. I'm just gonna put a little blue dot in there. Like that. 2 blue dots. Oh, and of course I got lotion all over me. And then I'm just gonna tease that little blue into kind of like the star shape with everything else. Yeah, like that. It's the first time I've ever done that. It's awesome. I love it. I'm going to do it again. Okay. Boom. See that? We did it. I got to tell you guys, I feel so much better after dyeing a couple discs. This week has sucked a bag of butts in so many ways. Oh, I feel so much better. I think it had something to, not just dyeing discs, but getting to hang out with all you guys too. I'm sure it's something to do with it. Alright, there's too many bubbles in there for my liking, so I'm going to give it a light torching. Here's the thing when you're torching it though, okay? Don't get too close, because like the blow of the torch, the blow torch part, it can like just push your design and just move the crap all over the place. So you want to like stay up and kind of tease it a little bit. Tease it. See that? And it got the bubbles there. Bang, that's all it needed. Bang, got that. All right. That's all it gets. I don't want to burn it. What the hell did I do with... Oh, there it is. I almost lost the disc. Okay. You can tell that my design is not centered in the bed. Partially because my whole camper is not centered. I'm going to do my best to get it into what feels like a centered position, because this disc is like a perfect fit in the Frisbee and I got no option but to just like put it in centered. Okay, I'm liking it. Are you ready? Alright, let's do it. I think I did that pretty good. Okay? I think it's my man Terry Wolf, but bro,
D in the B.
you made it. I got to press the D and the B thing one more time. I missed you, buddy. Holler at me sometime. We'll catch up. And look, if you boys and girls out there, like if I missed one of your questions as it was buzzing by, because sometimes I fall into the zone. It just happens. Don't be afraid to reach out and holler at me, okay? I'm here to help. And, use the places, Instagram or Facebook or whatever. You know how to get a hold of me. I'm here to help. That's what I'm saying. All right. It's probably time to start drinking for Friday night. I hope you kiddies had a ton of fun. I'm going to touch up these discs a little more once they're out of here. And then I'll come at you with some results on the Face Smash and the Insta Place like this weekend. All right. I had a ton of fun. Hope you did too. Till the next one.